there, and welcome back. This video will show how I built my chest plate. I started off with a sheet of
6mm PVC foam board,
or what most people call Sintra. I cut out my pattern and traced it onto the Sintra. If you want to use the patterns that I'm using, you can follow the link in the description of this video, which will give you a free download of the patterns that I made. So when I had the pattern transferred onto the Sintra, I cut it out with a giant X-Acto knife. Once all the pieces were cut out, the next step was to sand them. I also beveled one of the ab plates so that they would fit together at an angle. I taped some of the pieces together to see how it looked, and I cut some of them down until they all fit in place. Then I superglued them together. Then, I used some heavy-duty Gorilla Glue to reinforce the back of the armor plate. I cut down the centerpiece so that it would be parallel with the other armor plates. I went and I beveled all of the outside edges of the armor, and that made it look a lot nicer. Once I had fit and glued all of the pieces together, I needed to fill in the seams. I did this using a substance called spackle. I used this to fill in all of the seams, then I came back once it had hardened and sanded off the excess. Once I was done sanding, I primed it, but actually I did this too soon. So after I primed it, I had to go back and put in all of the damage. I drew some guidelines where I wanted the damage to go, and then I used a Dremel to actually do the damage.
That's a lot of damage. How about a little more? Now that's a lot of damage.
I also used an X-Acto knife to add scratches, and when all of the damage was done, I primed the armor with a gray primer. I primed the inside as well, and that was how I built my Mandalorian chest plate. My next video will show how I painted it, but for now, thanks for watching.